economic development. And an aid boat is bound for Gaza as the UN agency chief decries war on children. Welcome back. The news in details. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a phone call with the Algerian President Abdelmajid Tebboune. The two presidents exchanged congratulations on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan, asking God Almighty to bestow His generosity on the brotherly Egyptian and Algerian people and the Arab and Islamic nations. President el-Sisi held a phone call with the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. The two leaders exchanged greetings on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan. President el-Sisi emphasized Egypt's full support to Palestinians. President el-Sisi also held a phone call with the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. The official spokesperson for the presidency of the Republic Council, Dr. Ahmed Fahmy, said the two presidents exchanged greetings on the occasion of Ramadan. Earlier in the day, President el-Sisi held phone talks with the Kuwaiti Emir Sheikh Mishal Ahmed al-Jaber al-Sabah. They both exchanged greetings over the start of the holy month of Ramadan. They also wished prosperity and stability for the region and the Arab and Islamic nations. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi held a meeting with the Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Planning and Economic Development Hala Said on Tuesday. The presidential spokesman Ahmed Fahmy said during the meeting, President el-Sisi was briefed on the developments of a number of files concerning the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, including the most important features of the state's investment plans for the next fiscal year, 2024-2025. By implementing the plan, which primarily gives priority to developing human resources, President el-Sisi directed to continue the efforts aimed to expand the investments in Egyptian human resources, in addition to exploiting all available development opportunities to achieve the highest levels of investment return to citizens. The Ministry of Interior continues distributing food packages to citizens into the most needy areas in various governorates on the occasion of the holy month of Ramadan. This comes with the framework of the Ministry's relief for citizens and in continuation of the activities of the initiative We Are All One under the auspices of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi that includes distributing food packages to citizens in the most needy areas in all governorates of Egypt. The distribution of food packages is a continuation of the active role played by the Ministry of Interior to ease the burdens on citizens. For the 158th day, Israeli occupation forces continued to bomb the Gaza Strip on Tuesday, killing and injuring scores of Palestinians. Medical sources said 9 people were killed and 20 were injured and transferred to Al-Shifa Medical Complex when the Israeli occupation targeted them in Gaza City while awaiting aid deliveries. Other scores were injured in an Israeli occupation bombardment of a home in the Saudi district west of Rafah City. The eastern regions of Khan Yunis were also bombed by the Israeli occupation, killing and wounding a number of Palestinians. The Egyptian Air Force intensified their airdrops over the northern Gaza Strip in coordination with the armed forces of the United Arab Emirates. Officials said tons of food and medical aid are being dropped over the territory.
استمرارا لجهود الدولة المصرية في تقديم الدعم والمعاونة للأشقاء.
A Spanish charity boat took food to Gaza left Cyprus on Tuesday in hopes of opening a maritime corridor to carry sorely needed aid to the war-ravaged Palestinian territory. In a sign of worsening humanitarian conditions more than 5 months into the war, the health ministry in the Hamas-ruled Gaza Strip said the death toll from malnutrition and dehydration rose to 27, most of them children. Philippe Lazzarini, head of the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, called for a ceasefire now for the sake of children in Gaza. Even as mediator Qatar said the warring sides were not near a new truce deal. In a post on social media platform X, Lazzarini cited UN and Gaza Health Ministry figures that suggest more children had been killed in Gaza between October and February than the number of children killed in 4 years of wars around the world combined. Lebanon's Hezbollah group said on Tuesday it had fired more than 100 Katyusha rockets at several Israeli military posts in response to Israeli shelling of the Beqa region the previous night. A pair of Israeli airstrikes on Tuesday in northeastern Lebanon killed at least 2 people and wounded 20. Marking a continued escalation between Israel and Hezbollah over the war Israel is waging against Palestinians in Gaza. One of the airstrikes destroyed a warehouse that reportedly was used to store food. The Israeli Occupation Army said the airstrikes hit 2 Hezbollah sites and were in response to rocket attacks over northern Israel earlier in the day. The exchanges also followed Israeli strikes near the Lebanese city of Baalbek late on Monday night. Initially, an official from the Lebanese militant Hezbollah group said that 1 person was killed in the airstrikes in the town of Safri. A Lebanese security official later said at least 2 people were killed and 20 were wounded, 9 of whom remained at a local hospital. The official said it was unclear if the 2 killed were Hezbollah members or civilians. Both the security official and the Hezbollah figure spoke on condition of anonymity in line with regulations. Last month, at least 2 Hezbollah members were killed in airstrikes near Baalbek, and another warehouse was destroyed. It had also stocked food that is part of Hezbollah's Sajjad project, which sells food to people in the group's stronghold at prices lower than on the market. Earlier Tuesday, Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah met with a top